Hi guys, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. This is Divine Masculine Twin Flame read for you guys. For any of you guys who are watching the astrological signs, because I just did Aries and Taurus. Taurus cut out right at the end of the read, but I still had oracle cards to pull for Taurus. I'm going to add them on to Cancer because I'll do that after this, okay? Okay, this is for the Divine Masculine Twin Flames. It's a really nice read today, guys. It actually ends on the Knight of Cups. Okay, so let's see here. Today is March 24th, 2020. The 24 is the Queen of Wands. The day adds up to 31, 4, which is the 5 of Wands. The 31 is a 4 of stability and structure, manifesting the lower energies like survival. And also the 5 of Wands, of expansion, competition, fighting, games, all that kind of energy. And then the 24 is also a 6 of love, family, and community, but it's also the Queen of Wands, a very magnetic, usually attractive person, very physical, very passionate about things, likes to keep moving, likes action, you know, that kind of energy, and can be very creative as well. So those energies come up here. The 5 of Wands and the Queen of Wands, which it could be a Queen of Wands looking for a fight, so that's possible, or on a quest of something, or just playing games. So for the masculine today, I went through the masculine first in a summary form today, and just a short thing. So I'm going to go through that first, and then I'll go through the formal part of the read. The Niagara Falls came up this morning as well. I was definitely feeling a lot of connection from my twin. For those of you who watch me regularly, you know I feel a butt connect from my twin a lot of mornings. I was definitely feeling it at 3 o'clock. Actually, I looked at the clock, so I was still awake. 3:03 in the morning, I was getting connection, and 3:30 as well, and I was feeling that butt connection this morning. That's why I woke up as well. So a lot of connection is open right now. For the masculine read, which was done, the SIRIAN STARSEED deck, which is the main deck for the read. It's a 7-deck read. That's the main deck. That was cut and dealt at 10:21 this morning, which is the Wheel of Fortune, and the 21 of the World, completion, coming full circle, but also going out in the world. And then going into the 22, which is the Fool, the new cycle. So with this, after I cut the initial deck, I did a read without any of the clarifiers. So I was getting the the 5 of Swords is the underlying energy there, but I pull cards beneath that as well as at the end of the read. So the cards beneath there, we're starting out with the meditating King of Pentacles, coming up as sovereign, so it could be single right now. The Frog Prince, right, the frog that's turning into a prince, in the recent past proposing to end the war, and that can be the war within or the war without. The foundation is the Ace of Pentacles, to start a new life, with the Hermit in the center of the energy here, upright, and the challenge being the 10 of Cups family. And so again, the Capulets and the Montagues come up here. The 10 of Cups was upright, the 10 of Pentacles was reversed today. That's like the Montagues. And then in the now moment was the Ascension or World card, with the World in their right hand, which is the Divine Masculine side. Soon, wishing to the stars, on an island unto himself, he is sending 5D messages, and around him, or how he might be seen, is the shadow or devil energy, or just codependencies and addictions, or just chaos that's going on right now, clearing the blocks of innocence, the Page of Cups, and then ending up with the Hermit in the Mary Magdalene cave, away from the group, but above them, frozen with crystals, but without the light. And then new love, self-love, karma, and grieving, where the 5 of Cups card, where he can't look up at the other, in expressing energetic exchange because he can't look at the other person. 2 knights, 2 hermits, the Frog Prince, and innocence versus the devil. Passing 5D messages back and forth, the Divine Masculine sending the knight in shining armor in, and the Divine Feminine receiving the message in the stars. the North Node, the Morse code, on a rock in the turbulent sea, and he on highland. So then I was getting Highlander for the masculine, which I love the music from that movie, that song, under the tree. So no longer ignoring her, constantly messaging, learning to crack his heart wide open. All right, so that was just without any clarifiers. And now I'm going to get into the formal part of the read, which was completed. Oh, by the way, at 10:41 ALS came up, so lupus is coming up for someone. So anyone who's vulnerable to lupus, needs to especially be careful because of their immune system. 10:41 is the Wheel of Fortune, 41 is the Ace of Cups, which also is at the end of this read, an outpouring of love. And we finished the read at 10:56, which is the Wheel of Fortune, and the 56 of the Two of Swords, being in your knowing, but keeping it to yourself. The major arcana for this read today were Reflection, which is the Hermit, Ascension, which is the World, Shadow, which is the Devil, and then before the read, Abundance also came up, which is the Empress, and after the read, Karma came up, which is the Judgment card. We had 2 swords, 3 cups, 3 pentacles, and there were no wands at all, which is very interesting because there's a lot of fire going on right now. But for the masculine this morning, no wands came up specifically for him. We had Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, the Page of Cups, and then before the read also, the Queen of Cups came up, the Knight of Pentacles, and the 9 of Pentacles, which is that sovereign energy. We had triple 5s in the read and double 1s, so 11, the justice system, and also the code line, which was all about spirituality today, added up to the 11. It was 1 and 10 equaling 11, which again is justice, and 1 of the Magician, 10 of the Wheel of Fortune. So very high vibrational energy again of the zeros and ones. And the code line was all about the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Chalices, and spirituality. The other numbers that came up were 233, as well as the 555 and the 11, also number 10. We also had 14 of the Temperance card, 45 of the 5 of Cups, 510, which is 51 with a lot of source backing up, the King of Swords, and 58 is the 4 of Swords, the connection in the 5D, and then 910 begin again, and again, and again. So the code line all about spirituality was coming up in a few different ways, but the mother comes up. What the mother says in her show of power is related to the 10 of Cups as spiritual. So it was saying that the mother of the masculine shows her power by, showing an air of that happy family, the emotional fulfilled family. Whether it's real or not is another thing, but it's like them seeing that emotional fulfillment, or that the family looks good as spirituality. It was also coming up regarding, SA is an acronym that came up in the code, and again that has a lot of different meanings. It means woman and one, but it means a lot of action things: to eat, to drink, to come, to know, to take, to dawn, and to send. But you notice it's like everything in one, but the one thing it isn't is not to be. That is the question. So it also means rain, healthy, generation, hot, dog, meat, dense, thick, and sandy, gauze, hit, and a saw. Those are all different meanings for SA. But it really comes up as all in one. There's so many different definitions, except for the fact of being, right? They're fine as long as they're doing, but if they can't be, that's not a spiritual family, right? So the mother's show of power also is in acres, so ownership of land, and the 10 of Cups family, looking good, looking emotionally fulfilled to others, and seeing that ownership and family fulfillment as spirituality, but not allowing for being. So all in one, like I said. Also, Sam was coming up, and Uncle Sam. Sam, a show of power, or Sam, it's a Sam, like an Uncle Sam type of year. Acing, or being one, like acing oneness through what we're going through with Uncle Sam, and regarding the 10 of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment as being spiritual. Also, the shaman chakra system, acres of emotional fulfillment as spiritual beings. Okay, so it's saying, instead of looking at those other 3D ways, look at it from the shaman perspective, that your chakra system is the shaman in you, That is your shaman system. And there you'll find acres of emotional fulfillment as a spiritual being. So the Ten of Cups, in the headers online, when I just put in the my codes online, a lot of stuff about the different cups were coming up. 10 of Cups, the Ace of Cups, 9 of Cups, and the 2 of Cups. Also Spanish language is coming up, and as well as the Hawaiian Z TV Hindi serial, and that's on hawaiian.net. Another header that was interesting came up, I'm pregnant, but you're not the father, and it was a revenge prank, so that might be coming up for somebody. That was listed on 9/23/18 on YouTube. And then another header that came up was John Samani, because the code Samani was coming up, Samani. So Samani is a town in Japan, all right, so that regards the Olympics. At 11/21 this was, Justice in the World, again. Also, this was a doctor, John Samani, MD, the Institute for Athletic Medicine in Michigan. But Samani also means a very silly, funny, and creative person to hang out with good grades, but also has a baddie side and is a dancer, and that's from the Urban Dictionary. Dr. Tamel Samani also came up from Family Medicine, a doctor in Kansas City, Missouri, and David Samani from Lincoln, Nebraska, from Bryan Health System. Those all came up. Okay, so we start this read with the Five of Swords upright. All right, so everyone thinks of the Five of Swords as the bad guy, the enemy, the war within, right? The battle at Normandy, where he takes it, it's hell, right? But it also means that person standing in their truth, just adamantly, right, without love, basically taking down others before they get them, or just standing in their truth and learning to not waver in their truth, but they need to also learn to add love into the equation. Like I always quote from two popes, that yes, love or truth will set you free, but without love, it's excruciating. So the Five of Swords in this deck very much looks like the Frog Prince, because the character on the card literally looks like a frog, like half grown into a human. So it's definitely the frog becoming the prince. And you can understand the internal war that would create if a frog were becoming a human. So the Frog Prince and their war within, after Abundant Empress, the Queen and the Queen of Cups rising above, not sleeping perhaps, or slept well and now awake and coming out. The King of Pentacles lost money, power, and independence with a financial drain or dependence, or just feeling powerless despite the stability that he has, because he is the King of Pentacles upright. The Queen of Cups is coming out of the 5D and meditation in order to ground, while the King of Pentacles lets go of financial concerns. So they're kind of like switching places. The feminine now is holding the 3D, while the masculine goes more etheric realm. Okay, that was 11/27 and then to 28, which is Justice in the Ace of Wands, as we're in Aries now, because we're in the beginning of the year, right? The energy of Aries. And then 28, which is the Two of Wands. So going from that really powerful new ignition of the year into the Two of Wands as well, choosing a new path in a physical sense. So the King of Pentacles is here, or not the King, but the Knight of Pentacles is moving forward, right? That loyal, faithful servant, the dark horse, the workhorse, right? That's a very slow-moving knight, but they always achieve their goal, right? So the Knight of Pentacles moving forward, offering help, time, energy, and money to frustrated and perhaps creatively blocked, the people unable to conceive, conceptualize, or are feeling no growth, or experiencing no growth. In the situation of justice, truth, and balance, divorces, as well as Libra and Taurus here, the worst is over and it's time for bliss. And a cluster of numbers came up that I was guided to write down, and ended up being 04V1, which is literally the Emperor and the Lovers. And also the human emperor, self-made. Like how proud the emperor is that he achieved this all on his own without anyone else's help. A sudden event, a shock, an explosion, eruption, or epiphany, or sudden healing and or forgiveness as the Knight of Pentacles goes back to offer help or a proposal. Unstable environment or moving, visiting, ending a marriage, or canceling parties, meetings. The Queen of Pentacles is not free or foolish, not at work, or they fell on their face or from grace, or just lacking faith, or not getting along with an Aries at work, or losing money, or feels foolish for closing or leaving a job. The Knight of Pentacles goes back suddenly, and the Queen of Pentacles is stable and grounded, away from the fools losing their money or jobs or work, or she's working from home, or helps out an Aries who's out of work, or whose business fell or is not doing well. The Queen of Pentacles with no water to dip her toe into, and the Fool with a loyal friend perhaps lost their footing or fell, or when you were out walking your dog. A business loss, or the market fall, or the market closing before you could recoup your losses, things like that coming up. The Queen of Pentacles is coming up as no fool. She's the one upright and stable. The King of Pentacles is also upright, out to be seen from behind the Emperor. The Emperor sends a message to offer money or a loan or a new life. Or the Knight of Swords can actually be a separate person who's doing this offering. And the Emperor's just watching them, feeling like they're foolish. But stretching legs, or the long arm of the law, making or receiving a big offer, or racing in for the gold coin, the collective consciousness, or the gold. Someone with feet wrapped, or diabetic foot issues, and the Emperor's going as fast as he can for the gold, while remaining calm for all to see. Okay, so that could be, just waves of energies of people panicking about things and on a whim just doing things suddenly, things like that as well. So make an effort comes up for the masculine here at 1244, which is the Hangman, and the 44 of the Four of Cups, which is grounding and integrating and mastering that offer of love. So make an effort below that was attraction. And I just finished the Taurus read, and it ended up somebody's definitely sexually frustrated, like they're about ready to go rush in and have sex with somebody, I'm telling you. I actually cut off right at the end, so I didn't get to do the oracle cards. So I'm going to do that at the beginning of Cancer's read, like I already told you. But so anyway, the Page of Pentacles reversed, no more hurting each other or hurting self, in need of help, so perhaps asking for it now, and then a Dark High Priestess reversed, needing to use their intuition or their secrets out, or it could be a realtor without their keys, or already dropped the keys off, or perhaps left the keys with a child. The Knight of Cups is offering love, as the Two of Swords is reversed, perhaps accepting an offer now after more information arrived. The Divine Feminine in her 5D world, all cozy and warm, and the Knight of Cups coming in with flame, no longer putting up with rejection, completing a cycle, coming full circle, or sealed Divine Feminine in the 5D world. At 1255, which is the Hangman and the Truth, and that was coming up big time for Taurus too, as they're blocked, refusing to accept the truth. 1255, the Hangman and the Truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. The Knight of Cups with clarity about the world, letting opportunities or letting opportunists and dark temptresses fall by the wayside now. And here too, I just remembered something I'd forgotten that I never wrote down. Not yesterday, but the day before, in my meditation, I saw a school bus with like birds and tigers getting on it. You know, kind of like Noah's Ark, except it was a modern version of Noah's Ark where all these animals were getting on a school bus. It was very cute, actually. So intuition comes up for the masculine, which is 22, the Fool. And beneath that was teaching and learning, which is 57, the Three of Swords, which can be that heartbreak and separation, but also third party situations and learning, teaching and learning from each other. The Page of Pentacles reversed, in need of help, money, or an opportunity, or schoolwork, or never learns, or is an opportunist. A fool needing to learn to use their intuition. And the Six of Cups is upright here, can be the twins with a major connection. The Two of Cups is upright, and the King of Swords is upright as he surrenders. And by the way, guys, the Two of Cups and the Lovers are side by side upright in the middle of this read. You can probably see them. They're right here. The Two of Cups and the Lovers, side by side. And we end up with the Knight of Cups upright as well. So here's the King of Swords upright, surrendering. And then at 1 o'clock right here, I had to take a break there for a second. And right at 1 o'clock, the male was 20044. So the masculine, the King of Swords energy here surrenders and has found a way out of the box. The King of Pentacles reversed here is losing money or pays a Taurus, Hierophant, religious leader or group, marriage or establishment to get out, perhaps with an ankle chain on left foot, or has been difficult. This has been difficult for him to unravel and get out of. Cookies and cream and sleeping on a park bench, perhaps for somebody, or homeless, or would rather sleep there in the park on the bench than at home all chained up. Divorce, break in contract, or escape artist gets out. Spiritual, outside the box, alternative, or leaving the church, synagogue, mosque, or temple, whatever it is, or a religious leader is greedy and they find out. Perhaps chained to foosball table or had to sell it, or Taurus and Capricorn are running to, this could be that one person, like a Taurus Capricorn person is running to their lawyer as a masculine, or the Taurus Capricorn is running to his lawyer, which is the King of Swords. So after the war with this is coming up as a war with the Taurus religion or establishment or society in general, workplace issues or concerns, and a third party of the Frog Prince, and dealing with divorce wars and or an offer of money or new life to the sealed divine feminine and or to the world of intuitives, or to help the world learn to use their intuition better. The recent past is the Knight of Pentacles, proposing, bidding, making an offer, happy, satisfied, or pleased with himself. The Knight of Pentacles could be herself as well. Or the Wizard comes out from behind the curtain, and the Hermit sheds light on them both. The Wounded Warrior, Queen of Wands reversed, is not pleased here, recovering from exile, destitution, injury, or illness, or from a final judgment, or her judgment of others, announcements, or a wake-up call. The Empress upright with epiphanies or sudden events, or drama, blowing their top, crown, or cover, but the Empress is upright here. May have blown a top, crown, or cover of a fallen angel who may be impatient and burdened, or that could be a Sagittarius as well. But in the underlying energy so far, we have Libra upright, Taurus upright and reversed, Capricorn reversed, Scorpio upright major, Aries upright and reversed, Pisces upright and reversed, Virgo upright, Aquarius upright and reversed, and Sagittarius reversed. There's a lot of players already in the underlying energy. The foundation is the Ace of Pentacles upright, an offer of money, and the Ace of Pentacles has been coming up reversed constantly. So for it to be upright today was very positive with this new moon. The Ace of Pentacles is upright with an offer of money or a new start, but depressed or loss of hope, or sick, or an Aquarius reversed who messed up, dropping the facade or dropping the act or dropping the ball, breaking patterns and suffering in silence or stressed out, or just purging and crying and up at night, presenting the truth and opening crowns. The truth shall set you free, or the truth about gloves and not touching things. The central energy is the reflection card upright, or the Hermit, or Virgo energy, and I started sweating a lot right there at 251, which is the High Priestess and the King of Swords. And that's very much the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine energies. So the Hermit, working hard, with the King of Cups reversed, who's emotionally attached, needing to use their intuition, or their secret is out about the Page of Wands reversed and the King of Wands reversed, which can be a father and child, or it can be the father and his inner child, but they're both reversed here, uninspired or tired or sick, about the world or completion of a cycle, or the sealed divine feminine, and depression, loss of hope, and or illness here. Pisces is upright here, and Aquarius is reversed. After the Empress is suddenly impatient with the King of Cups reversed, maybe working him like a dog. The Empress could be Aquarius, Taurus, but there's Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio here, as well as Sagittarius reversed. And the King of Cups reversed is probably a Pisces, or Aquarius reversed, or not trustworthy, or there's a secret between the King of Cups reversed and that Page of Wands and King of Wands, who are both reversed at 307, and that's the Empress and the Chariot. And it could be too a mom, multiple brothers with a mother, or multiple men working under the Empress. So at 307, the War Within, proposing a settlement in a divorce or breaking contract, or with a Hierophant or church, or Taurus reversed. Hermiting, studying, going to the doctor or pharmacist, or to the wise old man, perhaps your financial advisor. And the Empress is upright and the Hermit's upright, but everyone else here is reversed. The challenge being, so that's Taurus and Virgo energies were upright, but everyone else is reversed. And that could be because they're very practical energies, and so they are in good standing right now because they're very practically minded people. So the challenge being the Ten of Cups upright, emotional fulfillment, and starting over with new love, self-love, and spiritual love, and letting go of that tight grip on everything, whether it's your emotions, your things, your money, spending or investing, even if you don't have a lot to work with. Issues at work, financial loss, or layoffs, or retirements, whatever it is, or people quitting, or a third party, whatever your issues at work are, the Three of Pentacles is reversed with new information and clarity about the Two of Cups lover. The King of Swords is reversed here. Reversed there. The King of Swords reversed here. He was upright in the underlying energy at a point, but he's not upright here. And it could be two separate people. There is, I wanted to, before I forget, I'll get to this point because I'm not here yet, but there's a Queen of Swords upright and a Queen of Swords reversed right next to each other, so they're obviously two different people. So it wasn't like they're all of a sudden reversed 1 minute, upright the next, although that could be. It really seemed more like they were two separate people. So the King of Swords here is reversed, choosing a new path left, or an Aquarius King of Swords reversed is pissed about the King of Wands reversed, or Pisces or Divine Feminine choosing a new path. Rising above, no sleep, or coming out and awake, but unstable, awakening, destabilizing, or moving, visiting, ending a marriage, or canceling parties, meetings, or gatherings. Expressing feelings in an energetic exchange, lots of back and forth. Communication and energy, not as much travel obviously, but hanging out and being wise, new perspectives, finding peace, or perhaps some travel just locally, healing, forgiving for destiny, or a woman, or for the women around him, forgiving, healing and forgiving for his destiny, or doing some healing with the women who are around him, whether that's at home or work. The Ten of Pentacles reversed is a loss or dysfunctional family, business, or legacy. And impatient fallen angel is not working or overworking. And the King of Cups reversed is frustrated or blocked creatively and unable to conceive or conceptualize what's going on, or the idea of no growth, and walking away within, or taking a hike. And that could be telling someone to take a hike. Now is the world upright in the now moment. Getting a grip. Coming clean or getting clean, or caught trying to sneak back into a group in order to reap their rewards. Maybe you got kicked out of a group, or you kicked them out of your life, and now they're the ones who are stable, so you're trying to get back in, so you have some stability back in your life. But trying to sneak back into the group to reap rewards. Taurus reversed and Aquarius reversed, and Virgo. Perhaps this person is embarrassing themselves in front of the group or friends, who are being more practical and reaping rewards of savings. Taurus reversed and or Aquarius reversed, and Queen of Swords reversed, coming clean about falling on their face or from grace and lacking faith in front of a group or in front of friends. The Hermit and Pisces and or Virgo finding peace as the Queen of Swords upright speaks her truth. And I actually talked to my daughter at this time. Is that coming up? So at 323, 3 is the Empress and 23 is the King of Wands. The Queen of Swords upright speaks her truth, but it's like she's away from the Queen of Swords reversed. The Queen of Swords upright, they could both have Virgo in their chart, the Queen of Swords upright and the Queen of Swords reversed. But the Queen of Swords reversed also has like Aries and Taurus energies around her, and Aquarius. Okay, so the one that's upright's more just Virgo and something else, perhaps Pisces. So not working, perhaps in order to break patterns, or just happen to break patterns because they're out of work, The all business relationship is not working for the masculine, which is coming up as no surprise. Perhaps feeling like they're in the woods, but finding peace. Healing destined with the Six of Cups upright, which can be the kids or the twins coming together. Not sharing in some kind of relationship inequity. There's some kind of debt, scam, or just unfair relationship. And the Knight of Wands is rushing in passionately away from the Five of Swords enemy, but back into inequity, basically from the fire into the frying pan. So leaving one situation to go back to a worse situation. Twins definitely can be coming up as the King and Queen of Pentacles here, or that can be children with the King and Queen of Pentacles, with fond memories, now dependent or powerless, or forced to cut out obsessions or addictions to superficial things or people. Now the worst is over, in painful third-party situation or at work, and the kids and or twins are powerless under the radar with the Dark Knight, death and change, or cold Queen of Pentacles, and dysfunctional family or loss, to the Queen of Cups, Cancer, or bold move, or her in a bold move to move or travel at 417, which is the Emperor and the Star. So while the King of Pentacles, whilst they're doing that, the King of Pentacles is coming up as the superhero with his red cape, not patient, or being the fallen angel, or Earth sign with Sagittarius reversed, flashing his red cape to his dependents, so he could be playing with the kids as well, the Nine of Pentacles reversed, and the Page of Cups upright, or powerless teen who's in pain, who's getting over loss of their credit card and boys or friends, and the message of love, or a loving child who naturally starts over from scratch. They're not bothered by anything because they're just always loved. The worst over with the King of Cups reversed, frustrated and detached, or over emotional and manipulative, or could be a drinker as well, taking a walk or walking away and within. Soon is the Four of Cups reversed, starting fresh with their twin, the Two of Cups and Lovers, standing up for themselves, to the Ten of Cups family, or for their own emotional fulfillment or needs. The Ten of Pentacles is reversed. That family or business is in dysfunction or loss, financial loss, or work and or business is dealing with Leo or ego, in ego death, or out of control, or being weak, or just needing courage to transform their life, to change, to end, and to start over. With a judgment coming in, announcements, or wake-up call, or a funeral service, perhaps. Gemini, and then Leo reversed. Aquarius is upright, Scorpio upright, and Capricorn reversed. Gemini's upright. Death of a rose, or end to the War of the Roses. The masculine seeing himself as the Knight of Swords upright, and in this deck, the SIRIAN STARSEED deck, it's very much about 5D communication with the Divine Feminine. He is the Knight of Swords upright, sending 5D messages to his twin, hanging out, taking walks, and going within. Over the loss, regret, guilt, and shame, and negative talk, spying, lying, and mean or immature communication or messages, and letting go to repair or make amends. Hierophant, Taurus, marriage, or religion or establishment, or just society in general, offered an infusion of love, or giving big love to themselves. Capricorn hanging with kids and or twin, and Taurus is alone, applying the concept of self-love to themselves. Religious factors comes up, as well as let your friends help, and wedding, that this situation involves marriage. Around the Divine Masculine, or how he is seen, is the shadow or devil, or Capricorn reversed, detoxing chaos, or the negative side of himself. The Queen of Pentacles destined to heal and forgive. The Magician is reversed, feeling insecure or without their tools, in an energetic exchange of expressing a feelings with each other about the past. The Queen of Pentacles reflects the Magician reversed. She being grounded and he not, right? When he's reversed like that, he's insecure and not feeling like he's got the tools to cope. Destined exchange about hurt feelings in the past. The masculine needs to clear blocks about the Page of Cups upright, cracking his heart wide open to complete a cycle around the world. Being a block, or around the block. The Sealed Divine Feminine, imprisoned by competition and conflict, or him seeing her that way, or feeling imprisoned by people who like to play games, or on the quest for the, or that she's on the quest for the possible dream, and he seeing her as needing more courage, because the masculine sees people like the Page of Cups, because that's that childlike innocence. He sees them as weak because their hearts are open and they're completely open like that. So spirituality comes up, but even more so for the masculine is forgiveness and music. Thinking that he needs to get past the templating of thinking that one with an open heart is actually the weak person. The Knight of Pentacles offers something healthy to break the ice and begin again. The Five of Pentacles reversed is recovering from the Mary Magdalene cave in exile from the group. The worst is over, the pain is done. The King of Cups is reversed and frustrated and walking away. Recovering by dumping emotional attachments and detoxing chaos. And kids, detoxing kids who are really high energy with this Aries energy, getting in sunshine and perhaps fully exposing everything. Capricorn reversed, Leo upright, Cancer upright. A new love, judgment, announcement, and wake-up call to just get over it and express your passions and be love, and arrows of love. And we end up here with the Knight of Cups offering love at the end at 440, which is at 44 with source energy behind it, backing it up. It's also the 4 and the 40 of the Emperor and the Page of Cups. So again, that's the Emperor as the control of the grown man, and the Page of Cups as the pure innocence of that little child that you need to be. You need to maintain that energy while being an adult at the same time. That's the whole idea of this journey, is to recapture your innocence. Your inner sense. I love that, because it is actually your inner sense, right? Your inner sense. So at 441 is the Emperor and the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is up there too, overflowing with love, upright. Anxiety, stress, fear of the enemy, as within, so without. Issues at the workplace with the diamond in the rough, offering money or a brand new life to the divine feminine in the 5D world, being a fool for love and using their intuition. Offering money or a new life to the Knight of Swords, divine masculine, who may be detoxing and proposing all at the same time, to hermit and challenged by the Ten of Cups, family or emotional fulfillment, starting over and opening their heart around the world, recovering from exile, destitution, injuries, and illnesses, offering love, bubbling up all over the place as the crowns open to end the grief and instead express feelings and share energetic exchange, and arrows of love. The Knight of Cups being love instead of just always doing things, being love as opposed to everything else. The Queen of Cups is upright, rising above, and the King of Pentacles with financial drains may still be at war within and offering help or payment to Taurus reversed, or a religion and or establishment. New life to reflection, and the Hermit and or Virgo energy to shed light around the world, challenged by the Ten of Cups, emotional fulfillment, or perhaps the sham fan who looks like a good family on the outside but really has issues because they're not being truthful or authentic to themselves. The Knight of Swords starting over, sending messages, detoxing chaos, and the Page of Cups with an open heart, coming out of their girl cave, bubbling over with love, and announcements to help get over grief and sadness, regret, guilt, and shame, lots of back and forth around the world, passions, feelings, and arrows of love, and the Knight of Cups, being love. So that's your read for the masculine today. So I'm going to just pull a few oracles for you. So we'll start with the energy deck. I like this deck today. I'm going to keep it light today. So for everybody watching, the best and highest good of all is concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? This is for everybody watching there. What do we need to know? What is the takeaway from this read today? And let's clear all negative, dark, and viral energies across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities for the highest good of all is concerned, and fill that empty space with only beautiful divine love and diamond crystalline light. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so from the energy deck, what is our advice? What is the advice for everybody? Oh, there it is. 48 came out very smooth as silk, right onto my lap. Angel of Balance, number 48. That's that walking away and going within. And we have the pyramids in this picture as well. All right, so it's very much about Atlantis and the Akashic records in Egypt. and taking all of what you've learned to be that angel that you are of balance, right? And keeping things simple and calm. 48. This card also wants to be seen. It's 33, which is the Christ vibration, also the 7 of Wands, which is standing up for yourself without being defensive. And this is about opening the door to romance and not like caging someone. You notice that the heart's outside the cage. The heart has the key in it, but it's not caged in. There's hearts all over the place. The doors have hearts in them. They're yellow and opening. So the solar plexus, by having confidence and allowing you and feeling safe and secure, that's when the doors open to romance, right? If you don't have a strong foundation or feel secure within yourself, how can you just feel calm and open your heart to love? Well, here it is, the door to romance. As you become the angel of balance, then you naturally open the door to romance, walking away and going within and standing up for yourself. When offers of romance come in, be true to yourself. All right, especially the underlying energy is funny. Hostilities, all right? So if this energy comes in, are you going to be true to yourself or are you going to cave? And there's like caveman energy here. 26 is the Page of Wands, being inspired, but this looks more frustrated. And I have to say, I just did Aries and Taurus. And Aries was like being too energetic or too aggressive, which Aries can be because they can be really in your face sometimes. But because we're in Aries right now, they've got this shot of energy and they may be kind of bowling over other people. So Aries has that energy in that way, but Taurus was definitely coming up as sexual frustration. Aries was the Ace of Wands, so Aries definitely has that energy in them, but it was more about relating with people at work for Aries. With Taurus, it was coming up as more as a relationship thing, someone frustrated because somebody else is refusing to see the truth in the relationship. So that was definitely coming up. This is the perfect example for that, okay? So in maintaining balance within yourself, but also between you and your partner, that facilitates that door to romance because everybody feels good, okay? You don't have to be defensive when people want to listen to you and you have good exchange. So this is the underlying energy with the Aries coming in. This is really funny, okay? Somebody's very frustrated because the Page of Wands is all about frustration, but like childlike frustration when a teenage boy is frustrated, and also feeling uninspired because when you get frustrated, you kind of like get paralyzed and you can't move, right? You kind of break down, you don't function. All right, so let's see with the Kipper deck. What's the Kipper deck have to tell us? Kipper deck. What is our message? Sorry, it was just slipping out of my hand. Kipper deck, what is the message for everyone? What is our message, our takeaway from this read? Take a deep breath, you guys. All right, we have imprisonment. Again, that's that anxiety energy. It didn't feel bad today, though, but you have to be careful. My message to Aries was definitely to rein it in because the Aries energy is so in your face, right? It's all about like blasting out there. Aries is like the guys on the front line. And we have wealthy man here. So, and this definitely came up in Aries read where like it could be the emperor of the business maybe bowling over the employees who feel trapped because he's got money and they don't. And he's got this great infusion of energy coming in with Aries and feels great and maybe really alienating the people around him. And that was what was coming up in Aries. All right. This also could be alienating partners, again, when you're feeling too confident in yourself. This person's exhausted and they can't even deal with you anymore. So that's kind of that energy coming through and big changes. So don't step on other people's toes. Don't let them dumb down, or don't let them dull your shine, but that doesn't mean you should bowl them over either, okay? There is a line there, patience and compassion for others, as well as shining your light of love. Bowling over people isn't love. Okay, so we have at the underlying energy is the mature man. So being mature, knowing how to rein in your energy. And there's also some legal dealings, and this could just be going to the accountant too, but financial advisors and things like that. But there's a lot of masculine energy here. Okay, the main male and then a more mature male. And here's another mature male, all right? So look at all these masculine energies. And there's thief energy behind that. All right? So we had some kind of gift that came in of the thief, because the thief is what alerted all of these people to take a step back and really think about things. Maybe their own behavior, perhaps. This one's concerned with the 33 and standing up for themselves. He's confident, but there's some kind of legal dealing between them, and this one's more mature. He seems kind of dazed. He's kind of just thinking he's out in space. This one thinks they're in control, and this one's concerned. You notice how the older guys, and this guy can be the same guy as this. You notice the older guys are the ones that are concerned. They've lived their whole life. They know what this means, whereas the young guy is all confident, but maybe they know something that he doesn't. So maybe he needs to listen to his advisors for once. That's what I was just getting right now. Okay. One more deck from the Metatron deck. You hear the alarms? It's been a lot today. That's just Aries energy, you know. I was always been following the moon cycles, so it was so typical whenever we were in Aries moon, going to work. Traffic is always crazy because people are cutting you off, and there's a lot of frustration and aggression. Okay. Remember, Aries is like that red in-your-face energy. You know, it's what aggravates the bull. So take that. That's that Chariot card. Aries aggravates the bull. All right, so this is from Metatron. Last card. Last card. What is our energy? What do we need to know from this read? What's important for us to know that you haven't told us yet? Mother, Father, Sophia. What would you like to tell us now? To be patient with yourself and with others. Okay. And don't be so in your face. The cards were just kind of in my face, like it was shoving them back out at me. The gold cup of replenishment, which is like the Ace of Cups here with the infinity symbol above it as well. 16 is the Tower. Just when you least expect, the Tower could come in with actually something really positive and loving for you. That's a nice message. So don't try to figure everything out, because sometimes surprises are really nice. Transformation of light and dark. Allow you to see both your light and your shadow. 31 is the 5 of Wands, that expansion energy, conflict, as well as games and fun. It's all part of the same thing. Transformation of light and dark. Allow yourself to be one. And then we have the signs from Spirit with Love. All right, the signs of spring. Number 50 is emotional fulfillment, the 10 of Cups, right? And this isn't a robin, but it's like the sign of spring with robin redbreast, right? And then we have the bottom of the deck, the underlying energies, the void. So retreat, rest, and pause, of course, when you need to. And that's 48 again, walking away and going within. So very much retreat and pause. And be love. Be one. Be love. Signs of spring. There's the feather dropping. There's huge, these two cards, there's huge rays of lights coming in. This is showing you what's coming in right now. This is huge new love coming in. Those are the codes being downloaded right now. For you guys to be able to accept your shadow side, which is your twin. Accept the love of you and your shadow. Me and my shadow, right? So you and your twin. This is allowing you to bask in the glow of each other's energy. And then the new spring. From Spirit with Love. This is a gift that's being given to you right now. They want you to know. From Spirit with Love. The Holy Grail. The Holy Communion with the Holy Grail. This is the Holy Communion, right? The coming together around the world because everyone's out of work. And they're literally going where everyone's, communicating constantly, whether it's Facebook or whatever. It's causing that love. Well, that was a really beautiful message. Okay, I'm going to show you the cards too. Okay, so there's that underlying energy of that Five of Swords, and just so you can see him, I'll show you what he looks like. There's that frog prince, okay? And then we have the recent past is the Knight of Crystals. He's upright. And the Ace of Crystals upright too in the foundation. The middle is the reflection, the Hermit upright. And the Ten of Cups is upright. This is the challenge. The other underlying energies, and then what's in the now moment for the masculine is the Ascension or World upright. Scrolling across the 4D bridge to the Four of Cups. Four of Chalices, also upright. Or is that's reversed? I believe that one was reversed. The masculine sees himself as the Knight of Swords. That's upright for sure. And around him, or how he is seen, is the Shadow, which was reversed today. The blocks he needs to work on has to do with the Page of Cups, Innocence, which came up the other day in my title as well. And then we end up there, you see the colors of purple, third eye. Music is sacral energy, and then forgiveness of the throat chakra. So speak, use your intuition, and use your creativity and sexuality, your music, to inspire you. And then we end up there with the Five of Pentacles, reversed, recovering, with the Ace of Cups upright, with the Judgment card upright, which is great. And then we have the Five of Cups, which is also reversed, recovering from that. And then we have the Eight of Wands, that back and forth communication all over the world, and being love with the Knight of Cups. All right, so really beautiful energies there. Okay, guys, drink your water, get your rest. Oh, get your joy and get your nature. And of course, as you know, rise and be loved. Love you guys. Bye.